Pious. So, we are going to talk about some skincare today. Sometimes when I do my skincare videos, I like to do them barefaced because we're talking about skincare. But I have these psychedelic lips going on today and they're making me really happy. And so I was like, well, I've been in a weird mood when I filmed recently. And while I'm in a good funky mood, like funky as in like woohoo funky, not like funky, you know the feeling? I thought, hey, let's get this review done while we're in a good mood, full face of makeup and all, even though it's a skincare video. I bought this Boscia multi-masking medley of masks, right? Multi-masking medley of masks? Sure, why not? When I was in Vegas at Sephora. So I think the Sephora haul should have gone up at this point, the Vegas Sephora haul. I will link it down below if it hasn't. For some reason, if it hasn't, then it's coming up. And spoiler alert, I grabbed this on my way out. I blame the beauty to go. You know when you go to check out of Sephora and there's now like all this temptation of great like mini size stuff and you're like, well, I've always wanted to try that. What about this mini size? Or oh my gosh, it's so cute, I have to have it. This was one of those perks. So it has the green tea oil control mask, the luminizing black mask, the bright white mask, and the cool blue calming mask. So I've tried all four. Oops, sorry. I don't know if I told you, it was $18 US 23 it's looking like here on Canadian. I think a full size, let's actually check what a full size goes for. So it's saying that you get 10 grams in each, so you get probably one use out of, not one use. You could maybe get 1.5 uses out of it. I felt that like with one use I got a nice full mask with a 10-gram packet. It came in those, I threw them out because they got gunky, but you know the little like packets that you rip open? Yeah, it came in those ones. So on the Sephora website, it's saying that for 2.8 ounces, you can get 2.8 ounces, like the full size, for $42. So basically for just over $4 each, you can try a one-use type thing. Okay, that's enough math for this video. I will link the link to this guy down below. I will also link the like 4 full-size masks, and I think I just saw Sephora did their like preview of gifting, of like their gift sets for the winter, for the Christmas season. And they have one that has like larger, like almost like deluxe sample size ones with a brush and all that good stuff. So I will link all those down below. But let's talk about these guys, what I liked about them, because I have distinct thoughts about them and I don't think they're consistent, so to speak, across the board, if that makes sense. Let's talk about application. So I usually would use my fingers just to apply them, and for I think the green tea one I did use my fingers, but what I have actually been really loving to apply my masks with, and this is a tip I actually picked up from Elle. I will link Elle's channel down below. She's amazing, that human being. You probably all know her, but if you don't, you need to get to know her. She's phenomenal. She talks about using just like a classic flat foundation brush to paint on your masks. I found that A, that makes much less of a mess, and B, it gives you a much more even mask application. Especially with these guys that are peel off, you want an even application so that when you're peeling it off, you don't have, like, you're not starting to peel and then you hit a snag and then you've got like a giant patch left and the rest of it's peeling. I found that something like this helped a lot. And while we're here, so this is the one from the Sonia Kashuk 15-year anniversary set. Sarah, I think, asked me, I think it's Sarah GZ here on YouTube, what I thought about this set. Hi. I've kept a couple of the brushes, like this one and the eyebrow spoolie, and the rest I ended up passing to my cousin. The reason being that I found them to be a little bit scratchier than I thought. Like on my skin, like when I would sort of, you know, feel them out and that kind of stuff, they felt super soft, and they don't shed and they don't have a smell, any kind of stuff. But my skin has been really sensitive recently, and even the eye brushes just were a little bit too not bristly, but a little bit too harsh. So I've only kept a couple of the brushes. I would say that if you're getting into makeup or you know, you're on a tighter budget, and even if you're on a tighter budget, I think there are other budget brands that people really love. I don't really love the set. So, yeah. I was excited when I saw it in store, but I guess my words are, if you're looking at trying to order it at this point, because it's probably harder to get your hands on because it was limited edition, I don't know if it's quite worth the trouble. Okay, that was a side note. Let's talk about these masks. 6 minutes in and we haven't talked about the masks. Okay. The green tea one, let's talk about that one first. So the green tea is supposed to be the oil control one, and I used that. That one was the one that I had to wait the longest to use because my face has been a little dry. And what I will say about it is that of the bunch, it was the most tacky. So as I was putting it on, I had to work quickly because it kept sort of just getting really tacky super quickly. I will say that it has sort of a nice, almost minty smell to it. It was oil controlling enough, like my skin felt like drier after I finished with it and woke up the next morning. It wasn't as dry as some of my other clearing masks that I have and love, and so I don't feel like it pulled all that oiliness out of there. I definitely agree that's more like an oil control one. So it's if you deal with a little bit of oiliness, nothing too, like if you have normal to lightly oily skin, I think it would help. I also think it would probably be beneficial if you're doing targeted treatments. Again, it's something more mild. So this is for someone, the oil control one I feel like is for someone who just has a little bit of excess oiliness that they want to deal with, or if you're usually dry but you've somehow had like an area of your face that's started to break out a lot, I think you could use this as a really gentle spot treatment. But if you're looking for something heavy duty to combat oiliness, I don't know how much. There are masks I love more. I like the Peter Thomas Roth one. I like the Origins one. I'll link the video where I talk about those guys down below. But I also really love my face masks, my chia seed face masks from the Face Shop. So it was not my favorite. The black luminizing mask was nice and clearing, I found. It did leave my skin nice and bright. The only problem with that one is that my eyes got so watery. I don't know, I didn't get it like in my eyes. I was definitely like, you know, left the sort of appropriate space around my eyes, but I could not stop my eyes from watering the whole time I had the mask on, and even after I took it off. So for me, I probably want to repurchase it. And if you have sensitive eyes, I'd be careful about using it like anywhere like above your nose, just because there's something in there that is pretty strong, and if you have sensitive eyes, it might not be the best bet. The bright white mask, I think actually maybe my favorite of the bunch. It's one of those really nice luminizing masks where it's not necessarily like you're going to tell, oh, my breakout stopped, or my redness or my fine lines disappeared, but you'll wake up with a like nice, bright, refreshed face, I felt like. So that one was a really nice treat. That one I've had samples of before, and of the bunch, that would be the one I would probably repurchase. I'm just working through a couple other masks, but if I were to reach for a full size, it would be that one. And then the last one is the Cool Blue mask, and this one was one actually I put on my face after, do you guys remember when I did my product regret video on the Murad cleanser that just burned my face? I reached for this guy, not that same day because my skin was too raw, but the day after to try to cool it. It did an okay job of cooling it, but with all four of them, they're very strong masks. Like, you have a very strong tingly feeling on your face. So if you are dealing with anything like a rash or a breakout that's still really sensitive, or you have sensitive skin to begin with, these guys might be a little bit too abrasive for you. So just something to be mindful of. So those are my 2 cents on these guys. It was a nice way. I like that there was a set so I could try out a bunch of different things at the same time. Or, you know what I mean, before committing. Let me know what your favorites from Boscia are, or what your favorite masks are in general. And let's chat down below. Okie dokie. 3 points positivity. Let us do it. I think I told you guys, but I have been rewatching Grays. You guys know when you have those weekends where like, I'm not going to leave the house, I'm going to marathon watch. Yeah, it was one of those weekends. And I just forgot how much I miss George. He's just absolutely fantastic. My sister hasn't watched the early seasons though, and so it's been funny to hang out with her, and I know what's coming up, so I keep waiting for these episodes, and she's like, stop looking at me. I know when all the important parts are going to happen because you keep looking at me. So it's just been fun to rewatch it and to hang out with her. My second point of positivity is sort of hand in hand with that. I've just been really grateful for all the extra quality time I get to spend with her while she's here, and you know, sisters are precious, so it's really been nice to hang out with her, and you know, you guys know. And then my third point of positivity is this lipstick that has given me life this afternoon, or tonight. It's pretty late, as you can probably tell by the whole lighting situation. But yeah, it's making me happy. Let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave you for now, send you guys tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I can never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys!